Hey, how you doing? Chuck English, Spring Piston Rifle Fever, and Lone Wolf Strength Training. I have my Gamo varmint apart, and I wanted to make a better piston sleeve than I already had. I had made a gap before in here, and I just wanted to see if it would settle down the shot pattern a little bit more if I made a sleeve that was all the way around, so that the spring, when it's inside here, goes all the way around. You can see that I have made a little piston sleeve for the top hat and for the guide here at the bottom, courtesy of your favorite Mountain Dew beverage. But the spring was getting a little bit bent. It's far from perfect. I don't feel like buying anything new, but I flipped it around, and I also wanted to see if this would help possibly give extra life to the spring. So I want to take my pop bottle cutout. You can see how I did that. And I'm going to fold it together like this. Pinch it in there. And I'm going to put it so that stuff, or that edge is on this back side. Like so. Voila. Stick that guy inside there like that. Stick him all the way to the bottom. Take your spring, put that guy in there. No rattling around in there. So after you've done that like that, all you got to do is put it back in the receiver and put it back together. I haven't cleaned the tube out. I don't care if it diesels a little bit. It's not going to break my heart. So when you're putting this back in, you do not want to gouge your piston seal. So you just take your time with it. Any area where it kind of catches, like it's catching right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little pressure with this. I'm not going to gouge it. And I'm going to kind of guide it so it can go underneath that. I'm going to pull it back actually even. Just a little bit. Alright, you didn't see that, so what I was doing is I was pushing down on that piston seal just a little bit. It's flexible. So here's pretend metal rough spot. Here's pretend metal rubber seal or plastic seal. It was bumping into that, so I just pushed it down. I bent it down a little bit and pushed it underneath instead of gouging it and taking a chunk out of it. So it is past that spot now. And push this whole unit in there like so. Take my trigger unit, put this in like so. Now I put it in the not so safe spring compressor, which is a wood clamp. Do not do this at home. Get a real compressor. So I'm just guiding and pushing down here like this. I'm going to get my pin. Where are you at, pin? Always be double checking, making sure you're not slipping off somewhere when you're doing something foolish like this. Get your pin ready. So I'm going to give this a big shove down. I think that's about as far as I can shove it. Now I'll screw it down. Keep your eyeballs peeled so nothing slips. Hole is lined up. Take your pin, put it back in. There it goes, in. As soon as it slips in, you can give it a little tappy. It's good to use something soft to tap it in. So, the real litmus test for this working, if there's anything that's binding in here, it will not cock. It will not catch the sear on the trigger. So then you'll have to take it apart and take your piston seal out, cut some off it, whatever you need to do, or take a coil off your spring. Like the video, give me a like, question, comment, like, subscribe. I appreciate if you give a subscribe. You have a great evening.